Hi everyone. Now, today we're going to do a little video on driving on wet roads and the dangers associated with the same. If you like the video, please do click the like button and please do subscribe to our video channel as well, because we do little videos to help people along with their driving. So we'd like to have as many people as possible become a member of our little community. So let's get to it and start off straight away. Now, driving on wet roads. So first of all, I suppose, if you're driving on roads that have been dry for a long time, after a protracted period of dry weather, such as you might get if you're lucky in this part of the world anyway, in the summertime, what happens is there's a build-up of deposits of rubber from people's tyres on the road, and there's also a build-up of exhaust residues coming out from the exhaust pipes of people's cars onto the road. Generally, it would be oil or fuel or something like that. So that's fine, building up away as long as the roads are dry. But if there's a large build-up of that, when it initially starts to rain after the long dry spell, the water on top of the residue of rubber from tyres and what comes out of the exhaust pipes of cars, initially when it starts to rain, it can make the road very slippery indeed. You can imagine water going on top of rubber and a film of oil or fuel as well. It actually makes it very slippery on the road. People often misjudge their braking distances in such conditions, and there'd often be little incidents on the road or accidents because of this fact. So be careful, folks, when you go driving after a protracted long dry spell, just as it begins to rain initially for the first couple of hours. After a number of hours of rain then, generally it mightn't be as bad as it was when it initially rained, because with the rain it might wash away a lot of that residue on the road from rubber from tyres and also the exhaust residue or the fuel and oil coming out from the exhaust pipes. Your braking distances then, like as I said, driving on wet roads. Generally what they're talking about, people that in this part of the world, they have this rule called the 2-second rule. In other words, that if you're driving behind a vehicle in front of you on a dry road now, when that vehicle in front of you passes a point in the road in front of you, you should be 2 seconds behind that vehicle. But on a wet road, you should be 4 seconds behind that vehicle, at least. Now, also, another point about driving on wet roads, when you drive the car with wet roads, obviously you have to walk to the car to get into it, and if you're wearing shoes or runners with kind of rubbery soles, and if they get wet from having walked to the car, they can often slip off the pedals when you're driving. So when you sit into the car and the soles of your shoes are wet, particularly trainers or runners, as people might call them, you have to make sure that you give them a good wipe in the floor of the car on the mat before you actually start to drive. Now, if that's the case with your runners or trainers, you can imagine what it'd be like for the tyres slipping on the road when you go to brake. So again, because the braking distance is longer, slow down a bit earlier to allow your tyres get a good grip on the road. Okay? It's not nice to see accidents happen, folks. So when you're driving, be very careful on wet roads. Okay, folks, that's it for the moment with our little video on driving on wet roads. We hope that's a little help to you. If you like the video, please click the like button, subscribe to our channel, and you can hit the bell notification icon too for notification of future videos on driving. So for the moment, folks, that's all. Until next time, folks, thanks for watching. Slán.